waterproof, long-lasting, smudge-proof. The same qualities you look for in your makeup could also be hazardous to your health. I take a closer look at why some makeup products, some makeup artists are calling out the beauty industry for concealing toxic ingredients.
That mascara your daughter borrowed this morning. One brand on shelves right now contains formaldehyde releases, the same chemical used to preserve dead bodies. Applied millimeters from a child's cornea, exposed 47 million times a day across America. The Maybelline lash. Sensational millions trust. Independent labs found lead at 1.8 parts per million, 6 times higher than what's allowed in children's candy. You're paying $12 to line your eyes with heavy metals. And that Lancome mascara you splurged on at Sephora. PFAS levels at 284 parts per billion. Forever chemicals already in your bloodstream. They have a half-life of 4 years. They'll still be in your body when your grandchildren are born. That's not marketing. That's molecular biology. 73% of mascaras tested contained at least one toxic ingredient. Price doesn't equal safety. Premium doesn't mean clean. 7 mascara brands poisoning women, 1 application at a time. 2 that actually passed independent testing. 1 costs $8. Let's expose them all. Number 7. Maybelline Great Lash. The pink and green tube. America's #1 mascara since 1971. One tube sells every 1.7 seconds. Your mom wore it. You wore it in high school. Your daughter is about to wear it. 3 generations. Same formula, same chemicals. Unscrew the cap. Hold it near your face. That smell, sharp, chemical, almost like acetone. Your eyes water before the wand touches your lashes. Mascara shouldn't burn your sinuses. Pull out the wand. Thick, goopy, already clumping. Apply it and feel the tackiness. It grabs your lashes instead of coating them. Wear it 4 hours. Black specks on your cheeks, eyes itching by lunch. By evening, your lashes feel brittle, dried out, stripped. The preservatives doing that. DMDM, hydantoin, imidazolidinylurea, quaternium-15, formaldehyde releasing agents. Throughout the day, as this tube sits millimeters from your eyes, it slowly releases formaldehyde gas. You're breathing it. Your tear ducts are absorbing it. 8, 10, 12 hours a day. The International Agency for Research on Cancer classifies formaldehyde as a Group 1 human carcinogen. Same category as tobacco. Same category as asbestos. Short-term exposure, eye and respiratory irritation. Long-term exposure links to nasopharyngeal cancer and leukemia. The eye area is the thinnest skin on your body. Tear ducts provide direct access to your nasal passages and respiratory system. Formaldehyde vapor goes straight in through the path of least resistance. Then there's propylparaben. Endocrine disruption. Chemicals that mimic estrogen and interfere with hormone regulation. The EU restricts it in leave-on cosmetics. America has no such restriction. For teenagers applying Great Lash before homeroom. Developing bodies absorbing endocrine disruptors every school day. For working women reapplying at the office mirror. Breathing formaldehyde through a full workday. For mothers grabbing the cheapest tube at Target. Trading $5 of savings for hormone disruption. 50 years of trust. 50 years of formaldehyde. Your grandmother wore it. Your mother wore it. And the formula barely changed. America's favorite mascara hiding carcinogens in the pink and green tube. But at least Maybelline doesn't pretend to be something it isn't. The next brand sells you a different formula depending on which country you live in. Number 6. L'Oreal Voluminous L'Oreal. $200 billion prestige empire. Beauty innovators. Research leaders. Because you're worth it. Voluminous has won awards. Magazine editor picks. Makeup artist endorsements. The mascara your older sister graduated to when Great Lash felt too basic. That reputation hides something ugly. L'Oreal reformulates Voluminous for European markets to comply with stricter EU regulations. Then they sell the old formula to Americans. Same company, same product name, same tube on the shelf. Cleaner formula in Paris, dirtier formula in New York. They decided European eyes deserve more protection than yours. Unscrew the tube. That chemical smell with a burnt undertone, that's carbon black. Pigment made from the incomplete combustion of petroleum. The manufacturing process contaminates carbon black, with polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, compounds linked to cancer. The International Agency for Research on Cancer classifies carbon black as possibly carcinogenic to humans. Apply it. Wet, heavy, clumpy. Throughout the day it flakes. Those black specks on your cheeks. You're also breathing microscopic particles, your tear ducts absorbing them. And like Great Lash, Voluminous contains formaldehyde-releasing preservatives. But here's what makes L'Oréal's betrayal worse. They know how to make clean mascara. They sell it in Europe. They just don't think American women are worth the cost. Let that sink in. Why would the same company, using the same labs and the same chemists, sell a cleaner version in France and a dirtier version in the United States? Because they can. The EU bans or restricts over 1,400 cosmetic ingredients. The FDA bans 11. 11. That's not a typo. Same brand, same laboratories, same chemists, different formulas depending on which government protects its citizens. For the professional woman wearing Voluminous to board meetings, you're breathing carcinogenic particles, while L'Oréal sells cleaner versions to women in Paris. For the makeup enthusiast trusting the prestige name, you're getting a formula Europeans would refuse. For anyone paying premium drugstore prices, you're funding a company that values French health more than yours. Two-tier safety. Americans get the toxic version, prestige brand, discount protection, but at least L'Oréal tells you what's in the tube. The next brand hides thousands of chemicals behind a single word on the label. Number 5. CoverGirl Lash Blast. Easy, breezy, beautiful, CoverGirl. The slogan that defined accessible American beauty for 60 years. Lash Blast on every drugstore shelf. The orange tube your mother picked up next to the shampoo. Affordable, available everywhere. Trusted. Read the ingredient list, scroll to the bottom. One word, fragrance. That single word is hiding up to 3,000 different chemicals. Unscrew the tube. That synthetic floral smell hits you immediately. Sweet, artificial, chemical. Strong enough to trigger a headache before you've even applied it. That's not an accident. That's engineering. Federal law lets cosmetic companies list fragrance as a single ingredient because fragrance formulas are classified as trade secrets. You have a legal right to know what's in your mascara. Companies have a legal right to hide it from you. Guess which right wins? Hidden behind that word, phthalates, plasticizers linked to endocrine disruption, reduced fertility, and developmental issues in children. Synthetic musks that accumulate in human breast tissue. Dozens of allergens on the International Fragrance Association's own restricted list that American labels don't have to disclose. The EU requires disclosure of 26 fragrance allergens on cosmetic labels. The US requires 0. Ask yourself this. Would you eat food that just said flavoring on the package? Would you take medication that just said active ingredients? Then why are you painting unnamed chemicals onto the most permeable skin on your body? Apply Lash Blast. Wear it 8 hours. That headache behind your eyes by afternoon isn't stress. That's your nervous system reacting to undisclosed compounds diffusing off your lashes into your tear film and up your nasal passages. For the woman who gets a headache every afternoon and can't figure out why, check your mascara. For the mother pregnant with her first child applying Lash Blast every morning, phthalates cross the placenta. For anyone with sensitive skin choosing hypoallergenic drugstore options, hypoallergenic isn't regulated. It means nothing. Companies use it without any testing requirement. 60 years of trust. One word hiding 3,000 chemicals. A legal loophole the size of your makeup bag. But at least CoverGirl admits to using fragrance. The next brand built its entire identity on pretending to be something it's not. Number 4. NY Chics on the rise walk into Ulta. Look for the clean section. See that minimalist black tube with the clinical sans serif font. The one that looks like it belongs in an indie beauty startup's launch collection. That's NYX. Professional makeup, right there on the packaging. Gen Z thinks professional means quality. They think the minimalist branding means small. They think the affordable price means honest. They think choosing NYX over L'Oréal is a rebellion. Now NYX is L'Oréal, wholly owned, acquired in 2014. Same parent company, same formulation labs, same chemists, same lobbyists in Washington fighting cosmetic safety reform. You thought you were voting against the conglomerate. You were buying a different label on the same product. This is called clean washing, and it's the most sophisticated deception in the beauty industry. Here's how it works. A conglomerate buys a small indie brand, or launches a new one that looks indie. keeps the minimalist packaging, keeps the cool girl marketing, keeps the Instagram aesthetic, prices it slightly below prestige to feel accessible, then fills the tube with the same formulations the parent company sells under its mainstream labels. You feel like you're making a conscious choice. You're making the choice they designed for you. Unscrew on the rise. The smell is familiar. It should be. Same carbon black pigment system as voluminous, same preservative class, same chemistry dressed in different packaging. Ask yourself this: if NYX were genuinely independent, genuinely clean, genuinely different, why would L'Oreal have bought them? Conglomerates don't acquire brands that threaten their business model. They acquire brands that extend it. While you're paying for NYX, thinking you're rejecting big beauty, L'Oreal's lobbyists are in Washington actively working to block cosmetic safety legislation. Every tube funds the exact political machine, keeping American women unprotected. For the Gen Z shopper who researched clean beauty on TikTok, the algorithm didn't tell you who owns the brand. For the college student spending grocery money on professional makeup, professional is a word, not a certification. For anyone who switched from L'Oreal to NYX thinking they made a better choice, you switched tubes. Nothing else changed. The indie aesthetic, the conglomerate chemistry, the deception in your makeup bag. But at least NYX pretends to be something new. The next brand is Sephora's #1 bestseller, and the reason it won't smudge is the same reason it never leaves your bloodstream. Number 3, Too Faced Better Than Sex, Waterproof. Walk into any Sephora in America. Look at the bestseller wall. Better Than Sex is there. It's been there for years. The black hourglass tube, the provocative name. The cult following that treats this mascara like a religion. $29, Sephora's #1 selling mascara. Waterproof formula that survives tears, sweat, swimming pools, humid weddings, breakup cries. Here's why it survives all of that. University of Notre Dame. 2021. Researchers tested 231 cosmetic products for fluorine, the indicator element for PFAS contamination. More than 3/4 of waterproof mascaras tested came back positive. Waterproof mascaras had the highest PFAS detection rate of any cosmetic category in the study. PFAS, per- and polyfluoroalkyl substances, forever chemicals, the same compounds in non-stick cookware, firefighting foam, waterproof jackets. The compounds the EPA is currently regulating out of American drinking water because they're contaminating entire municipal water supplies. Those compounds on your lashes, millimeters from your tear ducts. 8 hours a day. Unscrew the tube, pull out the hourglass wand, apply it. Notice how it doesn't feel like mascara. It feels like a coating. That's not pigment suspended in wax. That's a polymer film forming around each lash. The reason it won't smudge at a wedding is the same reason it won't break down in a landfill. Here's what forever actually means. PFAS don't biodegrade. Not in water, not in soil, not in your body. Once they're in your bloodstream, your kidneys can't filter them out. They accumulate. Every application adds to your lifetime burden. The Too Faced you applied this morning, those molecules are now in your blood. They'll be there next year. They'll be there when your children are grown. They cross the placenta. They pass into breast milk. Health outcomes linked to PFAS exposure. Thyroid disease, liver damage, kidney cancer, reduced vaccine response in children, decreased fertility, low birth weight. The European Union is moving to ban PFAS in cosmetics entirely. Denmark already did it. In America, Too Faced sells this legally at every Sephora in the country. $29 a tube. No warning label, no disclosure, no regulation. For the bride who wanted her mascara to survive her wedding day, the chemistry that survived the ceremony is still in your blood on your anniversary. For the mother buying waterproof for beach vacation photos, those molecules are now in the breast milk you feed your baby. For anyone who reaches for waterproof mascara because you cry easily, the tears wash off the color. The forever chemicals stay. The reason it won't come off at the pool is the same reason it won't come out of your bloodstream. But at least PFAS is invisible. The next brand's chemicals literally flake off your lashes and lodge in your eye. Number 2. Benefit They're Real, Benefit Cosmetics. The San Francisco brand with the vintage pin-up aesthetic, the pink packaging, the cheeky names. They're Real has been a Sephora bestseller for over a decade, $30 a tube. Beloved for one reason, dramatic length, instant, without extensions. Here's how it works. And here's why ophthalmologists keep seeing the same injuries walk into their clinics. Fiber mascaras use tiny synthetic filaments, nylon, rayon, cellulose, suspended in the formula. When you apply, those fibers attach to your natural lashes and extend them. Your lashes don't grow. They get extensions glued on, one application at a time. That's the trick. And that's the problem. Those fibers don't stay put. Throughout the day, they detach. Some fall onto your cheek, some blow away, and some, the ones nobody warns you about, migrate into your eye, under your eyelid, into the space where you can't see them and can't feel them until the damage is already done. Ophthalmology journals have documented the outcomes. Corneal abrasions from fibers scraping the eye surface, foreign body granulomas, inflammatory masses your body builds around the fiber because it can't break it down, chronic conjunctivitis, case reports of patients requiring surgical removal of embedded fibers from under the eyelid. Ever had that feeling where something is in your eye and you can't flush it out? Ever woken up with your eye glued shut and blamed it on sleep? Ever had unexplained redness that never fully goes away? Check your mascara. Unscrew, they're real. Look at the formula under good light. You can see the fibers. Tiny dark filaments in the black paste. Now imagine those filaments against your cornea, against the most sensitive tissue on your face, rubbing every time you blink. You blink nearly 20,000 times a day. Every blink is another opportunity for a loose fiber to scrape, migrate, or embed. For the woman who chose fiber mascara to avoid the commitment of extensions, extensions stay outside your eye. These don't. For the contact lens wearer reaching for dramatic length, fibers plus contacts is a documented recipe for corneal damage. For anyone with recurring eye irritation who blamed allergies, screens, or lack of sleep, pull the tube out of your bag and read the ingredient list. $30 for plastic fibers in your eye. But at least Benefit's damage is mechanical. The #1 brand on this list charges you luxury prices for contamination you can't even see. Number 1. Lancome Hypnose. The Lancome counter at Sephora. The gold and black packaging. The rose logo. Kate Winslet in the campaign. Julia Roberts before her, Isabella Rossellini before her. 70 years of French luxury heritage. The mascara celebrities wear on red carpets. $35 a tube. You walked past the drugstore aisle. You walked past the mid-tier brands. You walked to the prestige counter because you believed that price bought you protection. That luxury meant testing. That the extra $25 over a drugstore tube was paying for something. It wasn't. Independent consumer testing has repeatedly found heavy metal contamination in prestige mascara pigments. Lead, chromium, cadmium, nickel, trace metals that ride along with mineral pigments when suppliers don't test rigorously enough. Lancome is owned by L'Oreal. Remember number 6. Same conglomerate, same two-tier safety standard, same lobbyists in Washington. The difference is the price tag. Unscrew Hypnose. Pull the wand. The formula is dense, pigmented, luxurious on application. That rich black payoff you're paying for, that's heavy pigment loading. The more concentrated the pigment, the higher the potential for heavy metal impurities. You paid for richer color. You got richer exposure. Here's the part that should make you furious. The lead in a prestige mascara tube and the lead in a drugstore tube come from the same global pigment supply chain, same mines, same processing facilities. The $35 tube doesn't get cleaner pigments, it gets prettier packaging. L'Oreal has the resources to implement pharmaceutical-grade heavy metal testing on every batch. They choose not to. Because it would cut into margins. Because nobody is forcing them to. Because American consumers keep buying $35 mascara on the assumption that the price reflects the testing. Every Lancome tube you buy funds the same lobbying operation, keeping cosmetic safety legislation buried in committee. You paid $35 for contamination. They used your money to keep it legal. The CDC states there is no safe blood lead level. Lead accumulates in bones for decades. Lead crosses the placenta. Lead affects fetal brain development at exposure levels previously considered harmless. For the woman who treats Lancome as her grown-up splurge, your splurge funded the lobbyists. For the bride who bought Hypnose for her wedding day, the photos last forever, and so does the lead. For anyone who walked past the drugstore aisle because prestige felt safer, prestige was the marketing. The chemistry was the same. Premium pricing doesn't guarantee clean ingredients. Prestige branding doesn't mean safety testing. Lancome proves a $35 tube can be just as contaminated as a $5 one. You're just paying more for the privilege. Go check your makeup bag right now. If you have Lancome Hypnose, benefit they're real. Too Faced Better Than Sex, NYX on the Rise, CoverGirl Lash Blast, L'Oreal Voluminous, or Maybelline Great Lash. Don't finish the tube. Don't get your money's worth. Your eyes aren't worth the $12 or $35 you already spent. Throw them out. Then replace them with the 2 brands that actually earned your trust. Safe. Pick number 1, Ilia Limitless. Lash Finally. A mascara built the way mascara should have been built from the start. Ilia Limitless Lash. $28. Less than Lancome. More than Drugstore. And it won't accumulate in your bloodstream. Ilia publishes its ingredient sourcing. Every formula is tested by a third-party lab for heavy metal contamination before it reaches the shelf. The results aren't hidden behind a trade secret. They're on the website. Unscrew the tube. Smell it. You'll notice something immediately. Almost nothing. No chemical acetone hit. No synthetic fragrance masking the base notes. A subtle, natural scent because there's nothing harsh to cover up. Apply it. The texture is smooth and creamy. It coats your lashes instead of grabbing them. No tackiness. No burning at the tear line. Wear it 8 hours. No flaking. No itch by lunch. No brittle, dried-out feeling at the end of the day. Your lashes feel conditioned. Because they are. What's inside? Beeswax, carnauba wax, shea butter, plant-derived conditioning peptides, iron oxide pigments tested for heavy metal purity. What's not inside? PFAS, formaldehyde-releasing preservatives, parabens, synthetic fragrance. The shortlist L'Oreal still puts in your voluminous tube. Available at Sephora, Credo Beauty, Ulta's Clean Beauty section. Online. For the woman who has given up on finding a mascara that doesn't burn her eyes by afternoon. This is what mascara feels like when it's not contaminated. For the mother who wants her daughter's first tube to be a clean one, start her here. For anyone who spent years on Lancome thinking prestige meant protection, $28 buys you what $35 never did. But Ilia isn't the only brand that earned your trust. The next one proves clean mascara can hit drugstore price points too. Safe pick number 2, Kosas, the Big Clean Mascara. Kosas, the Big Clean Mascara. $26. Built by someone who spent years inside the conventional beauty industry, saw what was in the tubes she was selling, and walked out to build something better. Third-party testing on every batch, full ingredient disclosure on the packaging and the website. Nothing hidden behind fragrance, nothing hidden behind trade secret. Unscrew the tube. Subtle scent. No chemical assault. No eyes watering before the wand touches your lashes. Apply it. No clumping. No spider leg fibers flaking off into your eye. The formula is conditioning. Castor oil, provitamin B5, plant-derived waxes, so your lashes feel softer after wearing it. The opposite of what Great Lash does to them over 50 years. It lasts through a full workday. It doesn't smudge the way clean mascaras used to 15 years ago, when clean meant doesn't work. The industry evolved. Kosas is the proof. $26 at Sephora, Target, Ulta, online. Here's the comparison that should settle the question. Kosas costs $26. Maybelline costs $5. One tube lasts roughly 3 months. That's $7 a month to stop breathing formaldehyde. $7 a month to keep PFAS out of your bloodstream. $7 a month to stop funding the lobbyists fighting to keep you unprotected. Less than a single latte a week. For the woman who has been waiting for clean mascara to actually perform, it does now. For the mother who wants her teenager's first tube to be clean, start her at Kosas instead of Maybelline. For anyone reading this thinking, I can't afford to switch, you already can. 2 brands, 2 prices, 2 proofs that clean mascara exists and works, and is sitting on shelves you already walk past. You just have to choose it. The cosmetics industry in America is essentially unregulated. The FDA doesn't require safety testing before mascara hits the shelf. The last major cosmetic safety law passed in 1938, before we understood endocrine disruption, before we understood bioaccumulation, before we could detect heavy metals at parts per million. The European Union bans or restricts over 1,400 cosmetic ingredients. The FDA bans 11. Same companies, same laboratories, different formulas depending on which government protects its citizens. Maybelline hides formaldehyde in the pink and green tube your grandmother used. L'Oreal sells Americans the formula Europeans refused. CoverGirl buries 3,000 chemicals behind one word on the label. NYC stresses the conglomerate in indie packaging. Too Faced puts forever chemicals inches from your tear ducts. Benefit lodges plastic fibers under your eyelid. Lancome charges you $35 for the contamination drugstore brands sell for $5. When you buy conventional mascara, you're accepting contamination as normal. You're funding an industry that lobbies against regulation, that reformulates for Europe and sells you the old version, that hides ingredient disclosure behind trade secret law. When you buy Ilia or Kosas, you're doing something different. You're rewarding transparency. You're funding third-party testing. You're choosing companies built on the thesis that clean mascara can perform. The switch costs a few dollars more per tube. You're not paying for premium. You're paying for the testing the industry should have been doing all along. Your makeup bag decides whether this industry reforms or keeps poisoning women for profit. So which of these is in your makeup bag right now? Did the Lancome reveal shock you? Did the NYX ownership twist make you angrier? Drop a comment and tell me which tube you're throwing out tonight. Hit subscribe so you never miss the next investigation. Share this with the woman in your life who still thinks prestige means protection. Thanks for watching. Stay sharp. Read those labels. Keep rising.